4 things that will make you a dangerous man. Becoming dangerous sets you apart. It allows you to experience the reality you desire. Number 1, a man who is fully aware that reality is a mental game and it's never a physical game. It doesn't matter, Isaac, how much game you apply emotionally, mentally to get a specific lady. That game, you are applying it in an energetic way, which is physical, to get a specific result. This game, it doesn't exist in the reality that we want to experience. Again, it doesn't matter how you apply everything physically, how you use your energy physically, how you try to communicate to other people physically. What matters is how you are acting. It is not a reality, but how you perceive it, it is the reality. This is what a dangerous man is, and this is how successful men act, behave. I will be this mentally, or I have to be this mentally to get my desired reality. Then I will apply it physically. Because reality isn't a physical game, it is a mental game. To experience a specific frequency, and that frequency will automatically reinforce and encourage my physical state to apply an action and get a result. So I must be this mentally. I will have to be like this mentally to get my desired reality. Then I will apply the action because it's a mental game. That is how a dangerous man thinks. Again, I will be this mentally, or I have to be this mentally to get my desired reality. Then I will apply the action physically. Why? If you are not mentally fit, you can't get your desired reality, and you are consistently chasing after something, expecting to get a return. But your brain has been conditioned not to go beyond a specific boundary that it created in it itself. You can only be dangerous if you know, Isaac, that you can't have what you need. Again, you can't have what you need. This creates importance. Once you really need Hannah, okay, in your life, this is a confirmation that you can never exist without Hannah, and is a consciousness that involves Hannah, which creates what? Conflict. Because of how you mentally understand reality. More energy will be used on your mental state just to attain a specific result. But this will never satisfy Hannah because it is low value, and it will also never satisfy how you perceive reality. It is a consciousness that has no relationship with the outside world, and the outside world, it is Hannah. You have to be okay with that mentally first before you can access it physically. The 2% are always mentally experiencing it and accepting it to live in a desired reality, and now they end up acting on it because of the frequency that they are living in. But the 98%, they start physically, okay? They start physically and then attain it reality so that they can be in a specific way mentally. But all this, it is a consciousness that brings in conflict and depression. Because your mental state, it is in a specific box, lens of understanding reality, thinking that when I access something physically, it will fulfill me mentally. And the brain hasn't met its desire. So the brain, it is in a consistent conflict with itself. But it has to experience the desire first. Then after experiencing the desire, it will automatically encourage you be in a specific frequency for you to get or apply an action, get what you think it is what you desire, for it's an experience in it itself. When you will go to the gym, you will have the six-pack. I have been going to the gym, I have the six-pack, I am physically attractive. The brain isn't willing to experience a specific reality, a specific desire that exists in the mental plane. So your brain knows a specific definition of reality. When later on, you will realize that some other women feel attracted to you. They tell you how attractive you are, how handsome you are. Your brain knows that it must reciprocate, it must act on that. And your brain knows that I have been going to the gym, now this is the result. You end up sleeping with other women. Now you're not dangerous, but you are weak. Because the brain isn't aware of what it desires, for you are relying on an illusion of reality. A dangerous man who is mentally fit will say, I have been going to the gym physically. Women making a move on me, it is a feedback loop. Let me experience the effect, the side effect of me going to the gym. Women have to admire me, either because I am triggering a specific feeling in her. Now, this is the world that exists when you work on yourself. This is how you trigger other people when you become a specific person. This is how the light in you causes someone not to feel comfortable. They will often try to adjust, act in a certain way, compliment you. And this is a reality that exists. That is just what is. It has everything to do with who they are and how my existence makes her uncomfortable. Wow. So this part exists in the real world. So mentally, you are already experiencing, you are at peace with it, but until the brain knows that that reality exists and it wants to experience it in that lens, you will go back to reciprocating and you won't put up with her, with them. A dangerous man is a man who knows that the cause is always mentally, but the effect is physically. Again, a man who knows that the cause is always mental, but the effect is always physical. The effect, it is the result, it is what exists. But she rejected you. Now you feel pain. And pain, it is mental. What caused you feel pain, it is not physical. The cause is mental. You perceived it in a state of cause being the effect. Only 1% of men know that when she rejects you, it's not about you, it's about her. Because this creates a mental fortitude on how you understand what? Reality. The physical creates illusions in terms of feelings. Okay? You feel great because she existed. But mental caused you to analyze her as sexy, attractive. Now, the illusions exist for you to have mental suffering. And the 1% knows that reality, it is always mental game, and it's never a physical game. You can never try hard to encourage Hannah accept your offer. But when you accept her rejection after making a move as a way of understanding who she is, how she perceives reality, It's not the same way you perceive reality. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with her. If she perceives reality the same way you perceive it, she will reciprocate. If she perceives reality the same way you thought it's about her, she won't reciprocate. But the physical, it's never the cause. The physical is always the effect, but the cause, it is the mental. You become so dangerous to the outside world because no one can control how you perceive reality. So reality isn't a physical game. You reciprocate, you do this to get a specific result. You go to the gym to get a specific result. No, it is a mental game. Okay? And the mental game is not on other people, it is on you. Again, the mental game isn't on other people. When you apply a mental game on other people, you are using a tactic of manipulating energies to get a specific result, which on the universe, it is a physical action. And now you are acting in a certain way physically to get a specific result. Now you are low value, you are weak. You won't get the result you want to get because your brain hasn't fully faced a specific reality that it wants to experience, and it's still in a state of, I must act this way mentally to influence someone else mentally because I will get this result, and the brain isn't aware. You expect a specific result because you have been acting in a certain way. Expecting brings in conflict. Everything that exists in the physical world, it is an effect. Again, everything that exists in the physical world, it is an effect, but the cause of that existence, it was meant. I'm trying to make a move on this lady, not to give up on her, always to give the last shot, to give her time, maybe apply no contact, maybe do this, maybe not respond, maybe sometimes respond, maybe sometimes call her, maybe sometimes not call her, right? So you are acting physically. But that is an effect. And the cause of it is mental. So once you are applying anything mentally to get a result, you will never get a result. You start with the mental by how you perceive things mentally first. She's not calling, she's not replying, she's not texting you back. It is happening physically and you're not supposed to act on that. I just need to call her or I just need to try hard to get a result. No, that is the effect. You need to apply on the cause. I am suffering because it starts from the mental state. Once your mental state meets the conflict head on, the suffering stops. You can access the skill, the understanding that you need in your toolbox. That is your mental. Slowly accessing some of the information you need because it's already in your toolbox. And you don't act on that mentally at that moment, but you automatically act on it because that is how you have trained your brain mentally to act on it. For the information that exists in the toolbox, it's the information that exists in your mental state because that is your reality. Isaac, when you are a kid, there is a specific consciousness that existed in you, and this consciousness was destroyed by the experiences. And the experiences were supposed to enlighten you on reality. Only your innocence consciousness, when you were a oneself, can direct your life. Let me say Hannah. Let me say Christine. Okay. They all enter on stage as just what? Players. And the stage is the life that I'm trying to create. They are here to enable me be aware of different types of consciousness that exist so that I can be aware that pain exists, suffering exists. This type of consciousness can exist in you consistently when you do a certain thing consistently. So if you say, I will never forgive Hannah, okay? Or Christine, she cheated on me, or my ex, okay? Then You are giving her power, you are worshiping her to define a type of consciousness and decide a type of consciousness that you are supposed to live, which equals to mental what? Mental pain and suffering. And this mental pain and suffering prevents a consciousness that existed in you as a one self, which gets rid of your state of being. So that you can think that how the world operates is because you are maybe low value. You can never forgive her. People are just narcissistic. No, these people must exist. The ones you call narcissistic people, they must exist so that you can experience a specific consciousness and feelings that exist in the real world for you to have what? Knowledge of experience. You can do your best, you can be disciplined, you can do everything the right way. But you can't control other people's energy, reactions, assumptions. For when you try to control, you are trying to train your mind to serve a mental. For example, you are on a specific frequency because mentally you are in a specific state. Even when she dumps you, she walks away, she cheats on you, she is totally on a different frequency. It won't affect you mentally. That is a fact. It has to start on your mental. Okay? Nothing can condition a dangerous man. Are you a new member? Welcome on board.